All right, here we are, Friday morning, just after 6 o'clock. And today is the day we start bringing in the rock. We're gonna do 40 tons of base rock, 40 tons of 57 rock. And we're gonna have 2 trucks and 2 dump trailers running. The rain did wash out some of the sand that we brought up. So Hunter's about to unload the tractor now, and he's going to bring this part here that kind of washed out a little bit and then check the rest of the driveway, which we drove it and it looked really good. I don't know if there's any issues up there, but he's going to hit it just to make sure. We'll be heading to the rock yard, which opens up at 7 here in just a moment. Get ready. That's our second load of rock we had delivered. I didn't record any of it because it was our first 2 loads and we had issues with the first load. So I'll try to get video of the next load, the next several loads that we bring in. This is the first 2 and we've got many more to go. My brother's already left to get the next load. He should be back here pretty soon. All right, off to get the next load. Other than just learning these dump trailers and things, it's gone actually very, very well. Hunter's going to finish leveling this out, and then we're going to start working on getting more rock. This is base rock, actually, that we're going to get brought up there. It's going to be happening soon. He could probably start driving. Yep, go. All right, that was perfect. All right, off to get another load. All right, off for another load. That's my friend Adam. He took off of work today and agreed to work in the rain so we can get this done. Thank God for awesome friends. So on an old tractor like this, the hydraulics are not quite as precise as the newer hydraulics, but it gets it done. Everything's mechanical on this thing, the hydraulic pump, the fuel pump, even the guy driving it's mechanical. All right, the driveway is really coming along nicely. So this is going to be 3 inches of base rock that we're doing today, and then after you get done with this today, we're going to start bringing in 57 rock. We're going to do 3 inches of that too. So their driveway is going to be set for a very long time. They won't need us for a long time. And that's how you do it. Off for another load. right, this is the last load of base rock. Now we're going to start bringing in some 57 rock. All right. Big old Duramax bringing the 57 rock next. Bring it on, Adam. All right, base rock is done. Turned out great. We've got a lot of 57 rock coming. This is already packing in. This base rock has got a fine powder to it, almost like concrete. And so that's why they call it base rock, because this big rock and the small rock, they just pack together and almost turn into like concrete. You want a driveway done right and for it to last a much longer time, base rock is definitely the way to go for your foundation. They have geese here. They locked them up so we don't have to worry about being chased by them. I don't know if any of you have ever been chased by a goose, but when I was 8, I remember getting chased by a goose. Scared to death of that thing, like it was going to eat me alive. So for our safety, they locked them up. Anyways, there you go. We're going to finish this today with 57 rock. In a couple weeks, we're going to come back and we're going to put 57 rock all up here in their driveway, I guess you could call it, their parking area. Been a good day. No real problems, just minor things. Thank God. All right, here we go. First load of 57 rock. This is going to come out a lot quicker. Okay. All right, slow down. Getting another load. Go get it, bro. All right, the rain is starting to come down really heavy right now. We're on a roll, can't stop. All right, my phone's not working right. I can't hardly touch it. At least I won't relax my fingers out of the water in my phone. This pace is actually working out great. By the time they get here, we're pretty much ready for the next load. Tractor's got time to do its work. And we're getting wet. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to spread it and make it wider. So when they drive on it, we won't be hitting dirt, they'll be hitting rock. That's what we did the base rock, now we're doing that with the 57. And he's actually putting a little bit of a crown in it as well. All right, looks like the next load is coming. We're about halfway done with the 57 rock. It is looking amazing. Cannot wait for the customers to drive on it for the first time. There's my brother with the old tow rig. All right, well, we were ahead of schedule. Things were going great. We weren't planning on finishing the job today, but again, we were ahead of schedule. We were going to finish the whole job today, but the steering messed up on the old John Deere. And so we're going to have to come back and finish once we get that fixed. Get ready for part 2. All right. So this is the after. Everything went pretty well considering the weather that we've been having. We were able to get the driveway finished, which was our goal for the day. And then we were going to come back and do the parking area. But everything went well. The tractor at the very end of us smoothing everything out, the steering broke, so we unfortunately weren't able to start on the parking area, which is fine. We'll come back and get it done. But the gravel's still packing down. Nice and smooth, a lot better than when we first came in here. Customer's very happy so far. Everything looks good. And we already had 2 loads, 2 trailers full of gravel, so we had to dump them here for now. They were already full when the tractor broke, so we had to get rid of the gravel. So once we come back, we're gonna smooth this gravel out for this area here. Pretty good day. Looks good.